on the Friday edition. Thank God it's Friday. We are excited to have been able to hit your screens once again. Yes, it's a beautiful morning right here in the heart of Accra. But as we have started, we won't go without the word of God. And so we'll go straight to scriptures and we'll look at what the scriptures are telling us this morning. We'll take our scripture reading from Psalm 37 verses 4. Lala wulole ejo ne jenyo mai eteke kwa o keje kuku niji ejwe ga kanio ake ha omi ashe oheye Yehowa hiwo ni ehabo ni otri ole. Amen. And then the English also reads like this: Delight yourself in the Lord, and he will give you the desires of your heart. Delight yourself in the Lord, and he will give you the desires of your heart. Well, what is the psalmist telling us this morning? It says that in everything, whatever that we are going through, be it the good, the bad, whatever situation that we find ourselves in this morning, whatever situation we've been in for the past 1 month, whatever situation that has been eating us up from January to December, whatever that it is, be it the good, the bad, the ugly, whatever situation at all it is, delight yourself in the Lord. Embrace God. Be happy in the Lord, because he alone can take away every situation. The only person who can change that situation is the only person who can turn around that problem for you. Lebine no ni penu wo yo peje akeshi no fe no mi keje arabata nyon keashi nyone no wo yo mi be ekome 365 no wo yo afiko memi wo bo wo he wo modern no fe no mi keji mi share ni jo keji areho mi jo keji hela mi jo keji ni bi ne yare boni otawo keji shika ni bako ogbeno keji obi a school fees na shwa mi no fe no mi eke ha omi ahye oheye Yehowa mi ejake Yehowa peji money ba anye chonsa ne leji money e ba anye ekegmono afatahi ke habo anapa we ni ayeka ni na ne se bibia ofemu bia from January ko si December busumi ayewo mu bibia ba wa kwa mu se papa o se ye boni o nini na emu no ne hia ne se ye ni beji e wo Nyankopon ho esanse ono nkwa eno betumi adane ye nsami na adane ne sere e de amaye nti ba bia wo bia ne ofemu bia anapa we no che ho nkran se Nyankopon e wo ho de ma wo nti ma we ni enje ye da se waje mre o hwe ya anapa nye rado akele bi na ko nye fe kralo ni nye baba bo wotwe kenye bejeme wo ho obebi ene wo nye rado ye ho aje nwani aminton ni ejonye. Well, in the course of today's program, there will be the highlights. But before then, we'll bring you the first part and the second part. The second part is where our news analyst will sit with us. Today is Friday, and so Mr. Nicholas Taylor will definitely join us. We'll go for a break. We'll bring you the Apomodin segment, because our health is always important to us. You wake up in the morning and you're not feeling too good, and it boils down to your health. You wake up in the morning and you're excited because your immune system is okay. And so whatever it is, our health is important. Afe ni akoshe insurance, onyanto insurance, and we to me atobi ama ho na fe nso ebusu for. Then we'll go on to the field of play, because we cannot be working without any playing. So it will make us dull people. So we'll go to the screens and we'll look at what the Agro Group has for us this morning. Behind the big table, we'll do 𝗟𝗓𝗏𝗃 right with you. Today is Friday, and so we are bringing you some relationship stories, some relationship issues, some relationship conversations, and our guests will sit with us as we bring you the topic. There'll be a time for you to also ask all of your questions, but let's go straight to our highlights for the morning. It says that, has Ghana's economy really bounced back to the pre-COVID-19 era? Well, we would find out why and then who is saying this. Meanwhile, after a long break, Ghana's parliament is expected to resume sitting on Monday, and will tell you where the House will be meeting this time around. In the meantime, we'll also tell you the fascinating moment a Ghanaian doctor saved a passenger mid-air on a KLM flight from Amsterdam to Accra. Yes, that's a good one, and this is in Ghana. Well, our question of the day says that, how best can you deal with a toxic partner? Yes. And so if your partner is toxic, be it your female partner or your male partner is toxic, how do you deal with that kind of person? How best can you avoid that toxic part of that person? Today, this is what we'll be discussing right behind the big table. And so make time with us. Put your questions down. When it's time for you to step in with your calls, you will do so and ask your questions, because our panelists will be sitting down to answer that question for you. To our sponsors, we say thank you. God bless you so much. Danwell Insurance Company, Multi-Credit Savings and Loans, the Methodist University Ghana, the Methodist Investment and Properties Limited, KFK Foods for all your breakfast, your lunch, and your supper. You can get it from KFK Foods. Barbarella Clothing for all your ready-to-wear outfits. Ukwe uko party, uko naming ceremony, wedding na uko with Minya Watari no every Barbarella ho. Afi, thank you also to Pip Test Institute. Or any addiction problem now call Pip Test to me Abwao. Christian Service University, the best private university in the northern part of the country. In Tupe private school papa called now the northern part of the country from Ashanti Ekwa. Not just say the Christian Service University is there to help you. Afi, you can't thank you so editor. The Freeman Methodist Guest House, Kumasi, opposite the Wesley College of Education, ho ukwa bit me haji home every Friday. Into open vacation, ka Caribbean Friday to Sunday. Pipacho, Freeman Methodist Guest House. Ubinye diani papedi, ubinya baby papa nso de uti. Ato, yada se yada ni ehwa by bet na se na the rule. The very first part, ashisha so.
Hooray! The Methodist University College Ghana has received a presidential charter to become Methodist University Ghana, the prestigious university that delivers quality education to empower you to become an all-round scholar in developing academic excellence. Is calling on suitably qualified persons for admission to postgraduate, undergraduate, diploma, and certificate programs and courses in nursing, educational assessment and evaluation, guidance and counseling, psychology, economics, HRM and management studies, marketing and supply chain management, communication, IT, accounting, social work, ports and shipping management, PhD in education, and many more. Take advantage of our 30% discount on fees for all 𝗦𝗎𝗍 candidates and discounts for all Methodists on all programs at MUG. We have campuses in Dansoman, Tema, and 𝗦𝗍𝗍, which run day, evening, and weekend sessions. Mature entrance exams are also available. Admissions are ongoing and are done in January and August every year. For inquiries, call 0558 309059 or visit mug.edu.gh. MUG, the rich brand. METHUG, we have the zeal to educate.
KFK Foods is an award-winning world-class restaurant with over 10 years experience in both local and continental dishes. We render services for parties, cafeteria services for schools and hospitals, individuals, corporates and institutions, as well as groups who want to treat their partners to delicious meals and services. We have all local and international dishes, including banku with tilapia, fufu with light soup, fried rice with grilled or fried chicken, assorted fried rice, fish with chips, noodles and spaghetti, pizzas, pastries, shawarma, beef and chicken sauces. All kinds of breakfast baskets in Accra. Locate us at the Ambassadorial Enclave on the first floor of the Wesley Towers at 6 a.m. to 7 p.m. from Monday to Saturday. In Tema, locate us at Community 25 Annex, where the event center is located at 7 a.m. to 10 p.m. from Monday to Sunday. For all orders, call us on 0244 637647 or WhatsApp us on 050 33171153. KFK Foods, you deserve it. Do you need quality and professional ministerial attire? Be it cassock, clerical shirts, stoles, preaching gowns, preaching bands, wedding gowns, and sanctuary vestments, then your best destination is a Methodist Investments and Properties Limited, MIPL. Individuals and churches can also contact MIPL for their African wear, both male and female, curtains, church or institutional anniversary clothing, Friday wears, mufflers, diaries, liturgy books, souvenirs, badges, Lacoste and t-shirts, among others. MIPL produces natural fruit juice such as ginger, pineapple, mango, millet, banana, as well as specially prepared ginger powder to boost your daily vitality. MIPL Property Management is also available to both individuals and corporate institutions in managing your property and providing investment solutions. Locate MIPL office at the Grant House inside Adabraka, Accra for your businesses at affordable prices, or call us on 0242 122 787. If you are looking for an office space which is spacious with a car park, 24-hour security, standby generator, then look no further. The Grant House building is up for rent and is located adjacent the Holy Spirit Cathedral, Accra. Call us on 0242 122 787.
Morning once again. Thank you so much for joining us on 𝗟𝗏. This is the very first part, and this is where we bring you the stories from online and the newspaper headlines as well. My name is 𝗟𝗏𝗏. This segment is proudly brought to you by the Freeman Methodist Guest House located in 𝗟𝗏𝗏. Well, let's move straight to our very first story. And the John Mahama transition team has challenged President 𝗟𝗏𝗘's assertion that Ghana has returned to its pre-COVID-19 economic growth trajectory. Speaking on Wednesday at the inauguration of the joint transition team, President 𝗟𝗏𝗘 expressed confidence that the economy had recovered to its state during his first term in office. However, the John Mahama transition team disagrees, insisting that significant challenges remain in the country's economic landscape. The spokesperson for the transition team, Felix 𝗟𝗏𝗘, remarked that the facts are glaring. We are nowhere near the pre-COVID-19 era, and we do not accept COVID as an excuse for the current economic situation. He further criticized the president's claim, saying it is a stretch to suggest that we are suddenly out of the woods or that the economic problems have been resolved. They have not. High inflation, a steep exchange rate, struggling businesses, and widespread hardships are still prevalent. Mr. 𝗟𝗏𝗘 emphasized that the National Democratic Congress is prepared to tackle the nation's economic challenges. Well, I am NDC4 Akasa transition team from the two political parties and the outgoing president and our face with the incoming president. On transition team, on Buana, on baby Ghana, finances said that I seek a sem. Yeduane semne ne keka hunna ededa no omo ena anapa omudi asembia beto dwa say mo call meeting Wednesday no President 𝗟𝗏𝗘 make statement be say sisi aye ka say the Ghana akọ back to time na COVID emba Ghana no 2019 period no Ghana assign akọ sa time no esan say bibia akoto baby e osanka eto na just Ghana for ewa ahunto we na NDC4 e kan say Ghana for any ahunto na businesses kra bebre na akolapse afenso exchange rate ndwane na edwane kosro afenso ohwe economic situation e wo Ghana ahohyehyɛ wo ha afenso niama emu aye den ama Ghana for nyina eka ho bi enti sesi aye ka say de o say bibia ni ho a kire say Ghana bibia ato ye edi amaenti ye maye nka se COVID na ama sese aye ti se ne ti na COVID ne eba ye no ache enti yi COVID kasa no emfree ye kasa mkra. Meanwhile, Dr. 𝗏𝗏𝗘, widely known as 𝗟𝗏𝗃, has humbly accepted the New Patriotic Party's defeat in the 2024 presidential and parliamentary elections. In a statement, the NPP vice presidential candidate expressed the party's respect for the decision of the Ghanaian people to pledge to draw lessons from the experience to make a stronger comeback. 𝗟𝗏𝗃 acknowledged the disappointment among NPP supporters, but stressed the need for introspection to identify and address the factors that contributed to the party's electoral performance. The 2024 presidential and parliamentary elections resulted in a victory for the National Democratic Congress. This was not the outcome we in the NPP envisaged, but we respect the verdict of the Ghanaian people. To Ghanaians, we have heard you clearly, and with humility we accept. We will work with you to get it right, part of a statement read. Reflecting on the election laws, he revealed that the discussion have already begun within the party to analyze the result and identify areas for improvement. Inti ye ka say Vice President elect Dr. 𝗟𝗏𝗃 friend na po onu na sesi aye ka say die o say the ekoso no o say ne ekoso sesi ade omaji atum say MPP for etumi eluzi election no na Ghana for say omunsua no sesi aye ka say the ombeko back to the table no makosua ade ba ko mienu bi efiri ho say na be ya omo ba bioma ombetumi aba
papa inti okase de say 2028 no MPP besign ababium ti we ene free na po eba. Now, the President-elect John Dramani Mahama has promised to commission investigation into the death of some individuals in the just-ended elections. The United States government has expressed concern over the reported deaths of 4 individuals during Ghana's election. In a statement released on December 10, 2024, the U.S. Secretary of State Anthony Blinken extended heartfelt condolences to the bereaved families and urged a comprehensive investigation into the incident. According to Mr. Mahama, his administration will probe the death if the outgoing government fails to take action. Speaking during a meeting with the delegation from the European Union, he said those found culpable would face the full force of the law. Mr. Mahama also acknowledged the overall success of the election but underscored the need for accountability. And papa the President-elect John Dramani Mahama also akasa or say election na so Saturday 7 December no ekasa den krofo bebre na omohwe omunkwa be nipa baako e 9 bi ekasa de omuni atasefo asase subium esan say election related violence na afen so nyame so no enu na ema omohwe omunkwa nti okasa yo say outgoing president anya bibia amfa ho dia onu oba na obaji akonwa no by 7th of January obebom dia say obebia investigation bia na say hwehwemu bi afa insema a course where man go for NIW a sure monkwa we enoka say United States in fonso so akasa say Ghana ye elections de ekoyie pa na nia ankoyi election related violence a man go for NIB a sure monkwa no ono so akacho mu say obia anya bibia amfa ho dia ono ba obebie ehwehwemu bi atosa ensem no so na be ya ebehu ba bia asem ni efree ba na afin so ni ntia nkofo NIW a sure omonkwa. Now, the Speaker of Parliament, 𝗟𝗏𝗡𝗙𝗏𝗘 has announced that the 7th meeting of the 4th session of the 8th Parliament will take place at the Grand Arena of the Accra International Conference Centre, AICC. This was contained in a notice issued on Wednesday, December 11, 2024, and serves as an official appointment of the venue for the parliamentary session following earlier rumours issued on December 2, 2024. Now, the meeting is expected to bring together members of parliament and other parliamentary officials to address legislative matters. 𝗟𝗏𝗡𝗙 had previously announced the recall of the House to convene on Monday, December 16, 2024 at 10 a.m. The recall comes after the Speaker declined the request by the NPP caucus leader Alexander Fenyumakin to reconvene the House earlier. 𝗟𝗏𝗡𝗙, in a memo to the NPP caucus leader on November 26, explained that Parliament would resume after the general elections to complete essential matters and ensure a seamless transition to the 9th Parliament of the 4th Republic. From the next session, the 9th Parliament of the 4th Republic, Ora Alban Kingsford Bagwin say Parliament besign abetanase from the 16th of December next week Monday until Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. Parliament and our parliamentarians form na Quarcoo share Accra International Conference Centre, a friend AICC. Nina and say government businesses be a wokwa a wasanka omudi hujuma omindi hujuma efa the 4 vacant seats sagana ema Parliament echo recess no. Sisi okasa idi so mu nyina besan abehia bem se na be a sa government businesses we nyina ewo ho am ntumi ndi hujuma no ombetumi edi ho adwuma se na be a Ghana betumi etumpo nti we na free parliamentarians ho na afin so speaker ho eba. Ghanaian journalist, poster and managing editor of the Daily Dispatch newspaper, 𝗏𝗏𝗡 has explained why his prediction for the 2024 general elections failed. Known for his polling, he has consistently gotten several election predictions correctly up until the 2016 election and now the just ended 2024 election. Mr. 𝗏𝗡 projected a win for the NDC in 2016, which failed. Similarly, his forecast for the 2024 polls in favor of the New Patriotic Party also did not come to fruition. Speaking in an interview, the pollster explained that the NPP executives and members failed to turn out for their party. This, according to him, was due to apathy and cannot be detected before any election is conducted. Over the past 23 years, I have done 8 polls. I have missed 2. Now, on both occasions, like this one, for example, it is difficult to know apathy. If you look at 2020 and 2024, the numbers that the NDC got were about the same. MPP's numbers dropped by about 30%. Nti ye ka say owura Ben Efson ene ka say o say e started about Ghana hi wabomodin so be my predictions na the predictions on my ni na no 6 out of 8 ni na abetom na 2020 na 2024 there o ka say anka 2016 no NDC na ebe win no ambaso sa afi 2020 there nso so o kan no ene so ambaso sa ye ka say 2024 there nso so anko senia o kan no we no ka say voter apathy no a o kan wasem no ni na atwe say untumi ntwe say nkofo ni kwa ombetumi akwakoto aba na ohwe figures and as numbers I ko vote ma NPP any NDC during the last 4 years no say I can say it was the same number mko vote ma NDC this year no but NPP 4 and afi ye ka say there Bare 30% of their numbers no and are dropping say a nipa 100 is say ko vote ma NPP 4 na ye ka say there about 70 per and ko vote ma na say 30% in there omo anko anko to aba ne kra nti we and a free Ben Efson ho eba. The United Nations Secretary General Antonio has announced the appointment of Major General Anita of Ghana as the head of mission and force commander of the United Nations Disengagement Observer Force. Major General Asma succeeds Lieutenant General 𝗟𝗏𝗄 Thapa of Nepal and will complete his assignment in mid-December 2024. The General Secretary said he is grateful for his leadership and dedication to the United Nations peacekeeping efforts. Major General Asma brings 31 years of leadership and command experience to the position in the Ghana Armed Forces and United Nations peacekeeping. Most recently, she served as Director General in the Department of Defense, Civilian Establishment of the Ghana Armed Forces. Before that, Major General Asma was the Deputy Force Commander of UNDOF. Enti ye ka say Ghana ate nsem de ye ka say Mami Anita Asma ono na sisi ye ka say de obeba be ye the United Nations Secretary General ye ka say ono obedi omonim nti nipa obedi omonim every Ghana ha ye say mami we de 31 years ni a ofa leadership ewo command ewo Ghana Armed Forces mo sisi ye ka say de o United Nations peacekeeping ho nyina mami waya de pa waye djuma e de ama Ghana sisi ye ka say de obe free Ghana ha akodi djuma ewo amanone e de ama Ghana for nti Ghana ya tinsem the way and a free the Ghana Armed Forces for as well the brain nti Ghana for nyina we de this is good news for all of us. Well, this is where time will permit us to bring you all the stories from online, but you go straight to the papers into every the Daily Graphic newspaper and apparently the Friday edition of the Daily Graphic essay. The transition team probes last minute deal, payments, recruitment involved into say free the front page but continues on page 3 of the paper. I'll say addressing economic challenges, new government needs solid team, and this is coming from experts. Now handover notes ready for the next government way a administrator general or no can say page 11 of the paper. Faces student stabs teacher in the eye, not demands justice for victim, and that story is also on page 24 of the Daily Graphic newspaper. Grab a copy for yourself. We'll move straight to the Daily Guide. The Friday edition says 14 Damongo NDC boys caged. The story is on page 3 of the paper. Lawyer drags special prosecutor to Chief Justice. Well, no major post-election incident in 24 hours. And this is coming from the police. And in the last 24 hours, no election violence via post-election violence via course. So, Gomwa Otreko accident claims 3 lives, 20 in critical condition. That's a sad one. Outgoing NPs and their replacement is also inside this paper. Now, 2 Chinese Ghanaian galamseyers attempt plea bargain. And we have a picture of Godfrey Yeboadami right there. He's the Minister for for justice right there on the front page of the Daily Guide newspaper. The Friday edition of the Ghanaian Times reads like this. It says that I will work closely with international community President-elect Mahama. The story is on page 13 of the paper. Now, NDC transition team expresses concern over last-minute recruitment and payments. The story is on page 11. Korea supports WFP with $5 million to cushion drought-affected families in Ghana. Elsewhere, it says 500,000 business names, 5,000 companies to be removed from the ORC list on December 31. And so all these stories inside the Ghanaian Times newspaper. Well, to the new finder for the morning says that cocoa farmers raise red flag, demand transparency, fair representation and solutions to persistent challenges in sector. Well, IMF warns renegotiation must align with program objective and Ghana poised to exceed revised GDP growth target. So the final story says ORC delisting looms, 500,000 businesses, 5,000 companies at risk. Well, all these stories inside the New Finder newspaper. Grab a copy for yourself. The Daily Post says that last-minute recruitment payment intercepted by Mahama transition team. And we have a picture of Felix Quarcoo right there. I will probe election-related deaths, and this is a statement from John Dramani Mahama. Now, 𝗟𝗏𝗘 EC's returning officer steals victory from NDC's parliamentary candidate for NPP's parliamentary candidate, and this is the story inside the Daily Post newspaper. Let's take a look at the Daily Analyst, and it says KGL is passionate about media development. Alex Dade is saying this. And elsewhere, Samojan urges Ghanaians to support Mahama. And Akwetia parliamentary dispute. EC declares NPP's 𝗟𝗏𝗘𝗿 winner, but NDC rejects result. Roman father congratulates Mahama, the NDC as well. NPP crushing defeat. Musa Superior fires Akufo-Addo again. Few relatives were virtually in charge of the entire government, and we will accept defeat with humility. Napo breaks silence after the election. The Ghanaian Observer newspaper says that this is not the democracy we have worked hard for, and this is coming from the NPP. I declared term essential parliamentary results to stop NDC attack, and this is a statement from an electoral officer. And Ghana's economic growth exceeds projections. Finance Ministry CIGHO congratulates Mahama as well, and EC declares NPP's 𝗟𝗏𝗘𝗿 winner. All these stories on the front page of the Ghanaian Observer. Grab a copy for yourself. The Chronicle newspaper, the Spear of the Nation, and it says that NDC has become lawless. Afenyo Markin yells. The stories on pages 2 and 3 of the paper. And Nana to JM Somuje, a growth rate of 7.2%. Well, on election 2024, observers laud police professionalism. The story is also inside the Chronicle newspaper. The Daily Democrat newspaper, and it says that thank you Techiman South, Dr. Christopher Basonti Bayere also is saying this. The story is on pages 2, 3, and 9 of the paper. Now, Eastern Regional former NDC executives congratulates Mahama on his historic victory. Roman father also congratulates Mahama and the NDC. Mahama's transition team solid with Julius Deborah. All these stories inside the Daily Democrat. The Daily Statesman also says that our democracy under threat from NDC. Majority leader laments. The stories on page 3 of the paper. NPP will draw lessons from election and re-strategize. Parliament reconvenes on Monday, and Ghana on track to revise growth projections. Grab a copy of the Daily Statesman and read the stories in details from there. The Weekend Crusading Guide, it says that Mobocracy cannot replace democracy. Never. Mike Okwe Jr. bled 𝗟𝗓 heads for High Court over 𝗛𝘆𝗲𝗿𝗓 parliamentary election. The story is on pages 3 and 10 of the paper. Now, 𝗟𝗜𝗩𝗘 and PPPC calls on IGP to deal with lawless NDC hooligans and AICC to host parliamentary session. Commonwealth Observer Group thumbs up security measures for December 7. Retraction and apology to Roberta Ama Anochi Edwards, also inside the paper. Finally, Roman Father congratulates Mahama and the NDC. Well, to our final paper of the morning, the Daily Dispatch, and it says that in my 24 years of polling, I have a success rate of 71%. That is 5 out of 7 polls correct. This is coming from Ben Efson. And it says that the inner details of how the NDC and the NPP coalition system monitored the 2024 election sees pages 2 and 12 of the paper. Now, by 7 p.m. on voting day, we knew we had won. NDC's Omane Boama is saying this. Gets the story in details inside the Daily Dispatch newspaper. Well, thank you so much for joining us on the very first part of the 𝗟𝗏 segment. It wouldn't have been exciting without you watching in the comfort of your home, but we are taking a turn. We'll come back with our news analyst and we'll go straight to the second part. But before we go, let's go back to our screens and have our word of the day. All right, and so our word of the day today is defenestration, and it means that throwing something out or someone out of the window, and this is what it means. Please pick up your pens and your notebooks, write the word down, and do well to form at least 2 sentences with this particular word. Thank you so much for joining us on the very first part of the 𝗟𝗏 segment. It was proudly brought to you by the Freeman Methodist Guest House. We'll be back with more. Do stay. This is the Freeman Methodist Guest House Limited. It is a luxurious and comfortable guest house in the heart of Kumasi. Our guest house features a range of modern and spacious rooms, each with its private bathroom and amenities. Our guests can enjoy various on-site facilities, including a restaurant, conference halls, event center, spacious car park, CCTV cameras, lifts, generator, and many more. We are conveniently located opposite the Wesley College of Education near the 𝗟𝗏𝗏 roundabout in Kumasi and are easily accessible by public transportation. We look forward to welcoming you to the Freeman Methodist Guest House Limited. Contact us by telephone 050-650-8591 or 050-650-8592, or you can email us at fmghlghana@gmail.com or use our website www.fmghotelghana.com. Freeman Methodist Guest House, where serving you is our delight.
Welcome back. Thank you so much for joining us once again. Well, today is Friday, and so our news analyst has joined us this segment. Remember, it's proudly brought to you by the Freeman Methodist Guest House. Our father, Mr. Nicholas Taylor, has joined us. He's a teacher, he's a trade unionist, he's also a youth and gender activist as well. Now, today is Friday, so we're joining in the one him saying, send me the baby, a very kakra, a bit you so kakra. Papa Taylor, good morning.
Good morning, Ms. Knight.
Thank you so much for joining us. Let me do.
But
oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah,
okay. But any chance go back to me in the
yeah, that's Papa. You chair WTV, I shall for near Tifo in the chair, the hierarchy of the church. I feel me chair, me bishop, me late chairman, senior secretary. Now, me chair all bishops of the Methodist Church Ghana. And then also the lay chairman and then the senior secretaries. Mr. Daniel Afedu of the United Quarters, Michelle Bebre, and Afi, Miri Fua, then my children. There's, of course, the people called Methodists, and the Master of Mami Fuina, Master of Mami Fuina, Michelle Papa, and then all my superintendent ministers across the country. Thank you for the work you are doing for the church.
Debbie, how about Mr. Daniel Afedu?
Yes.
Papa, we know a teacher.
Yes, he's a teacher, he's the secretary. Currently, he's a dead but not of course, recovery. I am Methodist sleeper.
Not your government, oh.
I think so.
Okay. Because I am a teacher. Oh, but okay. The name rings a bell.
All right. Me have the picture, but I say, no.
But you, yeah, that's it. Or try me government.
Oh, okay.
In senior high school.
Interesting.
Yeah.
But only two.
Yeah, they are twins. Yeah, I know that they are twins. I know that they are twins.
Okay.
Okay. And I say COVID-19 buying, it came in 2019, but Ghana, they recorded a very first case in March 2020.
Yeah.
And that was after elections. What do we say to this? Because here can say NDC4 say Ghana has not gone back to the pre-COVID, before COVID-19 era. And say I can say my economic situation no. In fact, COVID, economic situation now because I think COVID came 5 years back.
Sure.
Why are we still attributing a lot of situations to COVID-19? And do you agree with what the NDC is also saying? Well,
thank you very much. I will share COVID-19 time a strike in Ghana. A lot of issues now course. Now, because of COVID, no, about schools in a down. So teachers were not in school. Some of the ejuma now say Ghana has said one day young ejuma, the impact of that ejuma young kono on GDP is very high.
Okay.
That is why Bebre can say holidays no too much for Ghana because you know say what they fear about the can so COVID nema nkofo bebre anko ejuma. Ejuma is nkofo koye mesika eba Ghana omo ntumi anko. Borders e close here. And so government indicates that by the COVID no and never be brave akofom. Sika esen ka ban ya no yentumi enya. Ejuma ka esen kofo yentumi anya. Meanwhile na ban so etuam kofo ka teachers and other workers. And the government is always attributing the reversal of the economic gains. Ni now try to COVID and the mass annual na ekoso. And at a point nearby ya Ghana between yesika e dey na ejuma nti onkofa COVID levy. Ebaye. And the COVID levy so send I can yetua nanka obi anadwene say eye COVID oye na atoyen and na ye bombo de ahwe sika kakra nanka dia ye oman ejuma and think COVID etwam ne de nanka say no so etumi ko. But the COVID levy is there, I think about 2-3 years after COVID is over.
I'll still come to that.
And that is why.
Na me bisa me who say, "Oko supermarket wako to ade ba ku mienu na COVID levy ka ho." Na wetu ya.
That is it.
So why are we not getting I mean, why are we not experiencing the effect of what we are paying? Why is it not reflecting in our current economy? Because it years are 5 years.
Yes.
We are still paying.
That is another thing. Who said the minor person this casemino engineer ye papa.
Okay.
Now, so we need to cancel. Ayana skebia baba tones and biano a wadia would pay. And the government, yes, by this time the COVID levy should have gone. Now, so we share, and I'm so minor and share needs to call the agency, and so to me more money. And the COVID is gone, yes. So if you see, we say, baby, Sas can say, I do the unya adibian fenye. Moreover, because of the debt exchange program, Ghana's ability to borrow on the international market is far low, if not nil. enti no abese ntumi embo bosiasa nka ese ebo ede your money ye enti this taxes ya na ban ebefa so ede aye adwuma. And so yes, it's expected that COVID by this time ese nka COVID leave free ho. And so you go so ayeji and na former president Mahama ka say so mo ba sa COVID leave no ache enti ombe ye free ho. Enti ye hwe say ya me adom na say omo so an ina going forward say obetime ye free ho. Now question is so you free ho
the first 120 days no the
yes within the first 20 days or about tax by 2 or 3 the COVID the betting tax and then the e-levy that those I can remember readily.
Communication service
tax and I think smoke, how do you call it, emission levy tax on so be ye free ho. It's about 3 or 5 tax will be ye free ho. It is
say no a 1 day job because Momuko Parliament and when the 9th session begins.
Yes.
Omuko the first day Nico Bismuth send the majority against minority because here the Yehu baby and the NDC has more than the number they need to actually speak on a particular bill. It is a bill on banner or so the other side doesn't come.
Yes, I hope maybe we'll get time to talk about the majority issue. But then
Parliament because they are resuming
taking away the levies, it should not be a challenge if they want to, because Parliament will have to reverse some of these things. If you saw a president, Betmiama order for number of but I think so. Mumfa a forest now, galamse woman. Our Mukaso Bejan, Mumfa can't want now we hear no fluent to my
Mr. 𝗟𝗏𝗘 Wakasa or say you share the high inflation, the steep exchange rates, the struggling of businesses, the widespread hardship are still prevalent.
Yeah.
You say because 2 days ago, we share exchange rates in the World Bank of Ghana on websites and so on. It's what you have from as compared to probably a month ago.
Yes.
But we are still talking about the rate.
Yes, you see, as for the rate, it will keep fluctuating. Say Ghana yen to me producing nyoma bebre o hade there. With our dependence on the dollar and debia and Obama sansa manaba. And you know, recently I think I've seen the figure go down a little, which is a good indication. Very, 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 very good for us. Because initially it was
18, was a 20. So 2 days ago it was around 16.
Yes, even I think it's coming further down. But there are two figures. I say, near Bank of Ghana, Adeba. And then they are borrow boys, and so and sometimes some of these people we don't know who gives them the dollar. They have it in abundance. And they but I am doing was we go bank bia finance and me share the kekebe outside Ghana. Me break a cry going through the process to get dollars from the bank. Because I had no option than to use the normal process. We do a visa no and I say passport no maybe I will call how much you need. Sometimes you have to even justify.
Since it's a Bank of Ghana, so I can say there's CBG, Consolidated Bank Ghana. It's a one license to do the foreign exchange business.
Yes.
I'm
praying somebody to stabilize blood. And when say Ghana, if the dollar is properly stabilized, a lot of things will fall in place. Yeah, problem kasiane dollar rate. No, I mean, I do ma eba for me a bomb paise eba further down. Now the incoming government also put in place measures. Eba ma dollar no. But down and as I stable. Then now inflation is hovering around 23. Yeah. But growth rate, according to Minister of Finance, the statistical service, it is now 7.2. Yeah. Okay, which means that we are growing, we are developing, and we are praying that that kind of growth should continue. I'm on money to make January 9 and you maybe 22 years because I want to our system no.
Despite the fact that the growth rate is around 7.2, no, over agri sector now. It's still recording some negatives.
That is the challenge.
Because say you can't fishing sector say it has dwindled about negative 3 point something percent as it stands now.
Yes.
And I mean you hold there any agree there
and one economist be kasa. No, actually say growth rate of 7.2 is good. Yeah. But what has driven the growth is not the agriculture sector.
Okay.
It's a better growth no say yeah Greek. And now driving the growth in there, then its sustainability is questionable because because you say no 1 year last time Ghana Statistical Service the indication is that food inflation and the cost of food
tubers and then cereals also
and no inflation no cost of
because we are still importing, we are still buying from
you see that it is a sanyo way a idea to me a year Greek to me a year a the nine so if the agric was the driver of the 7.2 growth rate, then Ghana will be on a very brighter path. But the quarry sector and others, no, if they are dictating the pace of growth, it is not too something that we can be proud of.
Are probably infrastructure.
Yes.
And so if we have the infrastructure and we are still food insufficient and there's no food security, then there's a problem.
Because if you look at the basic things of life now, one.
Okay.
Yes. And I think that government should pay particular attention to development of agriculture. Now, great it will actually instigate all this, and then we can move.
Well, this current administration, I can say, one district, one dam, and then the irrigation projects up north. Nadiade, we realize that almost 𝗟𝗡𝗘 Dam from Burkina Faso, it comes down to destroy some of the farmlands and properties around the 5 northern regions, and then would record low food rates, food shortages, and all that. And I say most of the northern part of the country, and I cereals, tubers, and then some of our grains from. This year, I think your conference in August, no, Mr. Brian Champon, I can say every food especially the grains, no, none should be exported out of the country because now you have food shortage. What can we do to avert all these problems?
Yes, one is the policy on one district, one dam. Is it one village, one dam? I think.
One village, one dam, one district, one factory. One factory, one project and all.
You see, in Tinisanka, sir, one district, one factory, no. Yet to me, a year. And at every district, no, one more air fat and no more year or and I can more process in the year. One more year, and by this time, we wouldn't have those strategies. So, one village, one dam, and I can ban it to me a year, man, across a year. And remember all the northern areas, no, they will produce the thing that we need, the tubers and the cereals and the whatever. And compare to me a yama, obey to me a baby, et me edi. But because these policies maybe into me and generate the needed outcome, no, we still have the challenges. Otherwise, if the one village, one dam was on its feet, and a strong drought recently, and they could have used the the manual or the artificial irrigation process. But you go there and you hardly see some of the dams.
You don't even see a reservoir.
You don't see the dams. And to know what I want to appeal to government, of course, government is government. Going out, going or incoming. So we want to appeal to government, say, those policies, no, government should strengthen it. So that we can have the northern sector or our agriculture sector having the opportunity to produce now able to make export we export to be, because if we are here, neighboring countries are almost tomatoes now. If you look at the kind of land they have and what we have, we should be able to produce more than they are producing. And so what are they doing differently? These are the things we need to go and learn, and then we can also come and implement. I'm on minor agriculture to me general so business agriculture and to me and driving Ghana's economy. We able to and so
yes, may I say because maybe I can say there are seasons for food and everything, but Edo December there are not season in there. Because I can say a typical example is the price of onions. Yeah. Uko market and buy no dey no fi na one hwe na no fa onions and say wa factory ni say so be fatu hwe say na ultimate akwala no, because you know the price. We come to tubers, especially yam. Look at the price we were buying yam some 2-3 months back, 60 cedis. Now if you are a family of 4, how do you survive? Well, we pray that this
things will change. We pray that never be summer na etumi.
Okay. Napo has finally commented on election 2024 after 7 December. No? Yeah. Before the day came to an end, Dr. Bawumia also conceded. People were expecting to say Napo's Wabekasa. Finally, he has spoken. He says he has humbly accepted the defeat, but they are going to work and bounce back.
Yo, Medasi Bebre, Mijide, Abattoir. Ghana for 2024 no or the in some cry na bie na over there Ghana money na politicians yetum na hina yusuade ye defi na medical member former president Mahama na Abaudo to congratulate him for winning the 2024 election. Now if you member vice president Bawumia na Abaudo o said oye na say to aba mo obeya opposition party obaja to me there we lose no oya ocher kakra na the more so orecheren ena nkrofo wo ye ma wope enti manyo je wo bra just around 9 o'clock or so then the vice president has come to concede say abana ye to ye no within kugo now samosha adzikra manyo je hwen de ena o che the parties ebie na in fact I mean how do this what to abana I am interested in the figures. As for who wins me, I don't care. I'm interested in the figures.
But were you surprised?
Yes.
At this elections.
Yes, I was surprised. Not surprised about NDC winning. The indications were clear. Say NDC bet me winning, but say that margin of 156%. No, I didn't expect it. Like NPP,
a slim margin.
A slim margin. Because as I said, we have been watching the terrain. Ghana, apart from 92, it was more or less a straight fight, straightforward for NDC. No, we share 96. It has been around 52%. The winner, 52%, 51 point something, 50 point something,
56.55.
56.55, unprecedented. And some of us were of course shocked. Because then said, but imagine it was too high. If you look at Parliament now, NDC is doing around 180. I can't 5 or 1 kaya. NDC is doing around 186. Yeah. As of yesterday. Yes. And NPP now has I think about 81 or so, and I think they've gotten
around 81.
They've gotten about 2 or more. Now more Tessanono. I think now North Akotia has been declared for them, and I think another something North has also been declared for them. And you know, it has been declared for MPP. Abuja Potime and see out of the 9 outstanding, I think about 4. Clear and talk about 5 now we share to the extent that NPP can get just about 41%. Nice shocking because I'm designing you cry and as it could come around 45, 48% because that has been the swing. NPP near 52 and NDC. So coming to the level of 41% and Parliament completely for NDC, it was shocking. But it was also in line one of the electoral posters. This gentleman called Musa Dankwa. I think Musa Dankwa did something extraordinary that many of us are still what is it about? Obi out to me chere pa say you bet me those figure was Musa Dankwa. All other predictions by of course Fitch and then no matter what prediction said this bet me win, but they were not able to give us accurate figures like this. But Musa Dankwa's prediction was quite accurate. My dear some other maker said a year in Sandaho and that's at the Shia Edima Ghana and the politicians and they say Edu baby na say ye mpanyimfo ye di ade anim tumi wo yensem na say nkrofo kasa kire ya ese yetie because se wentie a ebedu baby no nkrofo be kire wo say yenso ye betumi aye. You see amfantefo ka say no e wo kana je na nje ya obi ajai na ohwew enti enema bi wo ho a the signs were clear on the wall. The economic indicators were not too good. The speech from some of the government officials we share their course na eya na anu wo kakra. And we were expecting say nka ban ebetumi aye nyoma bi a ebema economic etumi akofo ma na say nyoma akoye. But na ye say aban no enye na dwen so be nyoma bi until say akoba ne say. But I'm saying that much as ye gidi say the change was something that was good for the country because of the situation at the time no abanya oba so ese ohwe nyoma kra na say mienu bi ye sania otumfo ekaye ebra nanado enwini power a okọ otumfo ma nanado etiase say abato na yeto 2016 a Ghana for editumi egifi NDC ho edima MPP no. It was because of annoyance and hunger na kwamne ebufuo and it to about 2016 and to say Akufo-Addo so anye ne nyoma yi a sai bufuo ne okom na Ghana for the to aba edi yi na no ombetumi yi no and true so omo so atena wa ama asem we etumi ato omo. And I'm saying that I think our politicians are not learning and ka baby a nanka wodi nkugo 2016 say wo bank wotumi hwe nyoma bi yi again from the statistics the voter turnout to I think it could be one of the lowest since we started the fourth Republican journey. 60.9%. It is very low because normally we've been doing around 75, 78% and all that. I think one point we want about 82 or so. Okay. But say 60.9, and then seat bia and then one seat bia nka NDC enye na adwen say obetumi win da obetumi win na ni na kire say so ona nkrofo na heat or form. It was out of the heat that they voted this way. And see, I want to appeal to the president and then the parliament coming. You know, sometimes when the politicians get these numbers of 180 something, just say with 184 or 186, it means that they've gone beyond the 2/3. More than half, more than 2/3. Yeah. In the constitution, you need 2/3 to do a lot of things. Now they have crossed even that 2/3.
And the other fraction decide not to even come. They can still get their laws and then their bills done and everything.
That is where they have to be careful. That is where NDC have to be careful.
But what does this mean for the current, the incoming parliament? Because we'll be seeing, we say, Speaker Anita in say, instead say, Anka, the name eventually half of the house, now half to her. Now to see, I know, the other side, the on the table knows, and now kaka crazy. It's a pie chart, I won't say chat, no, about the kaka crazy.
Yes.
What does it mean for the
yes, for me, there be a bonfire for parliament. Parliament.
Did we make good use of the hang
parliament? That one I didn't think we made good use. That one no. But me dey come say ye parliament be a rubber stamp. Because that kind of parliament it doesn't help Ghana. A best politician emre bia ade bia no mo dey parliament no mo abajatum. Parliament numbers no e ben kakra. My opposition for it to me the maybe back out maybe. So as I was saying, I want to caution also the NDC. Okay. If they think that they have gotten that super majority and they want to do anything, Ghanaians are watching. Okay. Ghanaians are watching because they are telling you that also you will go back. And 186 means that they can do any and everything, but they shouldn't just go and do anything just because they have the numbers. They should respect the minority
as well,
because you still have some very, very wonderful experienced members of parliament in there.
Because I think that is the same thing they've been fighting for through the vacant seat saga. That was the same thing they were fighting for in parliament during the hang sitting and all.
Yes, and so they should even though they have the majority, no, some more pass a bill, sir. Ghana. They should put Ghana first. But say, oh, another minority will have their say. And we, the majority, we're going to have our way. It is clear. But then, the implication, Ghana democracy, so I want to appeal to the incoming parliament. I don't know who is going to be the speaker and who is going to be the majority leader and minority. As for minority leader, could be clear. But we don't know the speaker and all that. But I want them to appeal to them, say, it's about Ghana. They should not just use the majority numbers just like that.
Majority leader, number one.
So majority that is likely is majority, Anna.
Yes.
And if we go back,
so the next one, who will be the majority leader? Who do you think will be?
Because of the government machinery. Say because Atufosun was the deputy finance minister, no. So more per se, one more the finance ministry, then we may have a different majority leader. But I don't know how the appointment is going to be like. But for minority, I don't think they may change Afanyo marking because Afanyo may continue to be the minority leader going in the 9th parliament. But for the majority, maybe some kind of the discussion may go on and all that. In fact, Mami, I did back the peace as some Jia the Tuabano. In fact, Ghana for ya dear papa. Ya Chesa, Yam Pesa, or Yen Bia Beto Ghana. No more. Yet to abandon now walking kind any collection center no near air course or whole moment and your cry. And I want to appeal to NDC and NPP and the security agencies. Sir, ya to abandon collection shouldn't be a problem. Collection there figures are when you are polling station and no now with the Bible boom. Now when will be a here. It shouldn't call for fight. And the best said those who are doing this kind of things in parliament in the various collection centers, so we are very careful. Now, security for so be by ya and yama and brano and nindi. A moment who say, Nyamoyano and Nimbrim. Science and I say Jaioma, Obia Bekoso, Ayasanyo Manyoma and Fatano. So I think what is going on after the election is rather not good. It's not good at all. And we want to appeal to our young people to desist from such acts and far some game back.
Okay, so a report was presented to President 𝗟𝗡𝗏 on Thursday, March 14, at the Jubilee House. Well, the President 𝗟𝗡𝗏 established the commission under Article 278 of the 1992 Constitution to inquire into the event and associated violence that occurred during the by-election.
Okay.
That is the Ayawaso West.
Yes, 𝗟𝗏𝗏𝗘 Commission.
𝗟𝗏𝗏𝗘 Commission. So that's what I'm talking about. Yeah, Papa, President-elect John Dramani Mahama says this government doesn't do anything about it. Deaths that have been recorded. 4 persons have died during this election. Say one year investigation or no bar obey investigation. What will be so different from the 𝗟𝗏𝗏𝗘 Commission, who the group sat down, did their own findings, their own investigations into the Ayawaso West Wuogon by election, and I don't know, say be a nena you better be a found. And I say, be and something came up concerning it. We can't about what would be so different from that one and this current one.
Yeah, Mr. Namanda say abai biara oye commissioner, another set up committee. Ye wo adibia abai ni ya ye friend white paper. And say ebra Emily short and no committee what's not way and the money no paper ever out.
Okay.
Incidentally, and Emma Bebre and some Bebre Emily short a can there. Enka abani yen
the recommendations
no abani antuma yen na bi so wompo a oye or come some differently.
Okay.
Now so bandam na che de na me bi wo a ankoye a owo da cha abani ye abani ntuma ye since area yen papa John Mahama che de ndema ankoye no bo hwehwem no na de ho a wewu obo hwehwem no. Yes, it is good. Question is there some ho wewu no wo yen DC fo a owo de oman ni hwe no mo de Adzibiara ye ba ye ma ebusuafo no ye ma ato honen o man no wode ye so wo ye MPP fo a Adzibiara o man ne ba ye ma ebusuafo no ho akoma ato hoye mu no o wode wo ye na so ba ne de MPP wo won o fi de NDC fo no wo wi enti wankasa won ho na se NDC fo so wo ba na wo kire de ye bo hwehwem na se wo ye ma NDC fo nkoten a o mama asomdwe mba. So if the president want to go into it sisubium my mechanize nia abane pesa oye no or person yeah, it's very good, but on fair grounds. Sanya NDC MPP or no, Uncle Wuye. MPP felt say, oh, so Oman won Ebia, Omo NDC for, so they were not meticulous. Oman should your money muye, and tia, Umaja Sanko for no. Say NDC for say, Ombashim. So Mushima, now Mushim, na Uncle Basse, NDC for a woman Kwan or Mushishomo, na Wamame Busafono, Aybiamomo. What we must do is that if a committee is going to be set up, the recommendations of the committee, it should be fair to MPP and NDC. Obia ofri mu anase ye kum na anase ye pra no a oye NDC no na ye se onya no aban no mfa ma no so ye MPP ni a na ye se aban man on mfa ma no sanya sa na se ko ye se oh MPP for anye because they thought it was NDC. Now NDC want to do it and they want to do it for their perceived NDC people. It is not going to help this country. So please, if the government want to investigate, it's good to investigate. But Omonshia said they will be fair to everybody who had a challenge as in injury or death in the elections. That will bring peace.
Is it the issue of the fact say Ghana for Insuadia? Because in 2019 during the by-election we recorded a lot of deaths. Microphobia prior na the bongophobia and all that. And then 4 years or 5 years down the line, we go to do the same thing. Is it the issue, say, we are not learning? And I say, we are not listening to what the _NCCE, to what individuals who, election observers, individual stakeholders, now they are the _NCCE. Is it that we are not listening to them?
Mr. Your politicians, no, and sometimes we're high.
In what way?
We're high in the sense that, woman say, Abeya ya tui, you lose. Say politician, but ya to say, me lose abano. Enti munya butreno. Sometimes they will not do that. Even when they know they have lost, they will instigate their supporters. Say you're winning kwafona, HTA. And when the supporters, you know, Sabaimba power, it has a lot of change. Obi the papa benya minister. Sanu papa minister, obey minister ba. So your minister ba, the privileges would differ. Ne papa ba DC, it obey DC ba. Enti no mabasa sa deputy CEO or a CEO or and I said ebia no papa parliament member of parliament, you see, and that's a member of parliament. And you know sometimes they say that closeness to power is a source of power. It's a benefit now. everybody will want to make sure that the government in power or the who ever family home. And to say, I'm not lucid not sa benefit no he will go all out to make sure that his party or his candidate will win, so that he can get the power or the benefit that is required. And no, and yeah, professor or how many deba. And youngsters in Suya, we the youngsters say, why you show me? Yeah, I say I think 100. So we yachiwa, you don't go to prisoner, a waste. The parliamentarian will come and on back. Or be sure one day or con baby.
Okay.
What's with the prison? What is the use?
Interestingly, by the 16th of December, no, near Papa Afenyoma Kene Shisheno. Yeah. Finally, it will come to light, because now, I think a few days to election, now he was advocating saying, parliamentarians, so that the government businesses, 28-29, and they are made to me, I hear Omujuma, businesses or boss, so any communication service tax, the e-levy, emissions levy tax, one or two other bills and things lost a war or mushe yanka or meet me ye from an ass or miss CC and Kaka. Yaka say the papa Alban bag with a truck. Say by 16th of December or Misha Ewo AICC. Yes. That's the Accra International Conference Center. Well, Papa Ansana ube commenting on that no. After for a phone lines in a BA and upon Kasa for the NDC transition team that is dismissing the allegation that Ghana is back to the pre-COVID-19 era, not just economic growth. No, okay. I think Napo has also accepted the election results with humility, or say MPP for Quarcoo Omoko Suya, they will go back to their textbooks, Omoko Suya, they will bounce back. After the president-elect has indicated his intention to investigate election-related deaths so far in Kofo 4 and say the Omuashre Omunkwa. After Parliament is set to reconvene on December 16, that is Monday, at the Accra International Conference Center. 025-625-3461-053-835-0625. I'm on TV volume no, Abba for media man, Papa Tina.
Yeah, there's a 16th Ombeshia Parliament Ebeshia. Yeah. I don't expect any choker because I say never any other hawker, but me left to be look NDC. Oh, the business is here, the old group now. Yes. It's the one who lose it to lose someone out. But I think that in the interest of peace, NDC can decide say, oh, let them no. Let them sit at the majority side. The old one. No, send a new one. But for now, even for the old one, yes, whether they like it or not. In moving forward, we all know that there's a thin line between them. The two of them. Not a thin line, a very big line between them. Because you know where you sit and you know where the other person is. And I hope that this one, Francis will line. Okay. Francis, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. Yete won kache. Bibi aboko de.
Yamiado.
Okay. Yeda jamiase.
Bibi de ko shebe kakra. We are around.
Thank you.
Okay.
Anope ichia Ghana mpenimfo nyina kwa be face ne won awoba yes everybody is sure ma won okay o menya Ghana for ehwehwa entie na mo a wato abade amawo kese sa Miss Nana, you were asking whether Ghanaians are learning or we are failing to learn. I don't think that we are. Yes, of course, we are learning, but due to some kind of selfishness, some kind of people wanting to rule forever, or people wanting to be in the power forever, they would not give way for others to come. And as a result of that, and I hear some of the things that go on fast from ember. Maybe this Ghana for but addition, there are a lot we can do. Allegedly, when you look at the kind of monies that were spent, not on campaigns, but the kind of money that were given to people before they voted within this election, around myself, then it tells us that money alone can transform Ghana for a month.
Francis, can it be?
It can do a whole lot for the nation within a month.
Francis,
because there was when I was going to vote, I was in a car with some 3 women.
Okay.
And so each of them had collected more than 300 cedis. 400 cities, and they were looking for more before they would vote. It is citizens, 18 million people are organizing, and I say, 4 million, and some are Quarcoo. Look at the kind of money we are wasting. It's a message that you share the never do a what my enjoy, patriotic. Not yen say, and Yama Bekoyi, na yes, sir. It is a politicians in this issue. We don't want NDC to fail us. I hope they have also learned and they will do what Ghanaians are looking for. Uncle Taylor, you shall already try it.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's it. Auntie Vilo, good morning.
Yeah, maybe I'm Patrona Moye.
Yamiado, your pa.
Mr. Taylor, Patrona Moye.
Yamiado, be where Auntie Vilo, also where there.
Yamiado, Moya, pa.
And your collaborator.
Nana, Patrona, papa, for Moye.
Oh, the Moya Pao. Or somebody Moya Pa.
Catch a about papa, papa. Why?
Or shall say, into Obetanina.
I'm feeling 202. Now, Metia, Methodist, I saw from Penny Swing.
Amen.
Obi a team in Kebia Metia.
You.
Metia was catching it. Nana, Bibia American. Na Pose or Moko Yede. Oh, Moko Shia the Abba. Menyasio. Well, then this is for Momushia the Yampo, literacy, you cry, you might need that what she had the Eka, people for any money. The Logas of Mukoshia, the ABA fell no money teacher for us. I'll bet her more less in you. Because there are people for any money. I dear seen the ABS pay, and come more money than one and will come out almost. Oh, my dad, Omoka, and no money, or the Mokosio Musia. Now, I felt a parliament for some more back home. What that woman can be quotation, Mr. Quotation at the American, a Yama parliament for. It's woman can more bequeath. What that woman, Mammy Tatella Treuchi, that kind. Proverbs 17:16. Now I 17:16. Mammy Tatella and Kaima woman. I say no more about the parliament in the way. They come will be a baby, and come on when you do. Yo,
Auntie Vilo, that's it. Okay. Proverbs 17:15. Oh, okay. Yo.
15 or 16.
I say Proverbs 17:15. Okay. Auntie Vilo, Proverbs 17:15. See, he that justified the wicked and he that condemned.
Right. So I don't feel like that. So it's interesting, but I think say if
okay.
If
Baba Pacho, Comfort, good morning.
Okay, I'm going.
Comfort Nyame, good morning. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Asuna.
Good morning, Mama.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Asuna.
Good morning.
Good morning. Me pamocho anope asumjenka munya.
Amen.
Asumjenka onzo.
Asumjenka munya.
Asumjenka onzo.
Me pamocho kanja msate se prepare small for you
Yeah, that's my
Anope mo wa fe.
Yeah, that's my
Me woni bada Bishop Michiana anope.
Okay.
Me se sporad also Michiana anope.
Okay.
Me super anope Michiana.
Mama, me patch on my TV volume number from why? I mean, kasa. Okay, me patch on you.
Me patch on my son, Kakra. Say, MP. So what's one day, the answer, every before Jago. O my shall the article, a woman say, o my name connected that. Many man a pronounced I was I was of mass the empire what says you had near one of me will get I'm a nesta says here why up that sounds really paralysing shiny pattern it's the empire one say yen did I yen kasa yen na aye kwane so onye kwa o mani ye yenti since that everything no end it never ba into ena baako bɛ di first or baako bɛ we nti wɔn ka wɔn akoma nto wɔn yam na ti a MPP fo yɛ gyina yɛn nan so yɛde mpaebɔ ɔtan wɔ akyi na yɛ mpaebɔ ne sɛ NDC fo dede a wɔyɛ no na nneɛma a wɔsɛsɛ no taa de ne de yɛn nyinaa yɛ ɔman nti wɔn hwɛ ne yie.
Yo mama yedase sesi ade ehwehwemu bia entrance NDC for na say and say NPP for na say all that we know is that the youth are destroying
which is very bad, very bad
state properties. We cannot say because ehwehemu emba mbeka bibia entry. Well yedase fireman, good morning.
Morning, but bibia boko there.
Nyame adom.
Anapa we no me call me papa na poso.
Okay.
Wabeka say omo agi defeat no atu.
Okay.
And a second so no omo ko akeye omo homework no matter baba. Na miss fireman there. Nya ya papa na po abeka no. Debi wonu ma menini ya bien. Debi so wonu ma menini. E fani na wo ke gina platform so. Wo kata. Na wakabo mama din say mutu aba mama. Iti onu so kan bi ya homework na mukeye ba ya papa na pono ye tusu ni bio ye fani man ne ye fani ma china ena mekako ye fantastic incoming president so eye John Dramani Mahama ni bona baso o si election na ye omo amu ye no o ka tire ye papa akufa do say o pa onye investigation na tawanye investigation amfa omomu ya onuba obeba be yeta investigation no na bibisa ya papa mama se omomu ya no enyo nkrofo no na kunkum sankrofo na yesi
fireman nyabotre ihwehwemu bia ni wa aka se NDC for na ekum NDC for na papa tell number omo ye chi omo dey inform nko court until we cannot really say omo na omo yeye anasa ni omo na omo yeye afeso omo a ya chi omo nyina no bebe na share partically but how would you know that we can condemn the act and not really apportion blame. Hello, good morning. Charlotte, good morning.
Morning. Me ba chawo me so me kire ma adwen kakra.
Okay.
Me MPP ni pa. Na afi sika hotel no me dey me kan sisu say sika hotel no e na ma ye lusu yi no iti me sre ya benefo e dey say me bisa say iti sika wo me mo pa e na niama aye hwanyanse say district bia sika o ya tama district bia so mfanye campaign no say asase mo dey to asase say youth for anaye si bibi ye besi mesi factory bi amamwo madina ha mijini se enu no anka bebua mpo mamanfo ato aba na sika wo hwiegwe no metewa na meyemu hyehye me nti mesere ye mpanifo mesere won pa MPP fo wonye won work wie na yemu bi no na akoma nyina ye ya iti mesre won kakra me wo kan
yo mama edase
yeah, it's interesting that, but I think that near course of vandalism ne nyama mo sese na enya dia obi asoso we should not do it.
So what we should know is that most of us as Ghanaians, we have the traditional MPP people, we have the traditional NDC people, and we have those who are in the middle. They neither belong here nor there. Omudie, where the wind carries them is where they go. Obi wo hono ma bi adipa no vandalizing ya manika or na say ni amana ye ka ho asemi kwa e bi na nipa ni nye NDC no saso nye bi e bi na o floating voter ondo ni nemu e na what say NDC na wakọ t-shirt e na wa she e na odi ye ni ama onye we cannot really say NDC and say
stop it because we send your mana of Mexico na yebesa e dia boy ni
we are still looking for the same money
to reshape the nation ente pa mo chopa sa ni omane mo say there yes so mo pa
and let's not start apportioning blames.
Yes, I want to appeal to MPP omo so mo nya abutre mo kotena se na mo hwe like NDC Lucy at 2016 they did something like that, and so they should also go and sit down and look at how they can reshape the whole thing because we need both parties in Ghana. Yeah, there any baby I for now. So we have to look at. But
okay.
Can I?
No, Chifo Ayase. Kusi, good morning. Hello, Kusi. Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Kusi. Me pacho ma TV volume number form.
Pacho, my friend Kusi Makoda and Koma make a self-truthful ayase.
Okay.
Program Bacho concerning the defeat of NPP.
Sure.
I mean, graduate na and to edit here NPP because the school ITFIA NPP or more ever fire MIS fill forms online. But later we said now the agro Obeko portal name na portal na freezy Obeko be you say your status is on pending. At the demonstration quality I say post here at least post here can say pay by even say we have been admitted kadachi bino me enye jumani bia in grand kusiaga. Secondly nako so 9 good months moye se mo bi eka call online fele portals bibia so mo bitia 9 months de mo kokra ni wa omotia. And then looking at the nurses trainees are almost TFA for 2 years nyina no system no ignia workers so mo yeduma and before go many go sa ni ma we nyina so. And then Ghana no any generation ya yo no enye ye to abama me na me bibi ma ye den na wa ye and she home fanto abamao. And no account any MPP defeating. And this almost coffee there. They should go and then reset the party well so that the next 4 years and they can come to power. I don't know.
Yo, Kusi, that's it, pa. What's up, good morning.
Miss Nami Johnson Pachana, what to say?
About Bachanyamiado.
And the Radias, Yendamias is about no, I bear you, Yasun Pium. Na one more near Master, whom said, Sir, come to be no near Biania or the time you know from a phone. And looking at Sabasa, near my phone, and your papa and
your cry.
Yes, listen, no give us a police force, but Sabasa, a Jaya, not a Dinamiasi.
Yeah.
Now, you can't now cast a COVID no at the car, Ebro, my number, Tiasia. Usha Ghana. Africa countries, Ghana and COVID, no, ye never be free. Emma Adzika because they were free water, to be and share water here for some months.
Free light
bills, she and share for some months. And we are fully now, to be a full salary. Workers, front line workers, which don't double salary. We now compound that amount. What shall we come at the church by a kind? Yet, now, fear not so full in a jacket. And it was that I was kind of say, and I'm a Canada as well. If you are angry, I saw the boy, near but one of the things as I said, Yama, Sademan dear, and say, yes, sir. I buy now over one chance also was said, was said, or by one and never perform one, almost a mayor's and yes, sir, and your pie was a political talk, and then the 4 years also who they can afford the must so far they can't much money.
But you, Papa, so now, let me be say, yeah, you just had double salary. Yes, so I am frontline workers. You go suit your COVID tax are you well, anyways, yes, Maxwell. Maxwell, good morning. Hello, Maxwell, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, Maxwell.
Sister Na, me pacho phone.
Pacho Nyamiado.
Good morning, Sister Na, me pacho phone.
Nyamiado mo, pacho ma TV volume number form. Well, 0256253461. Okay.
And I think a crowd that can't offer and this NPP when we defeat him. The person we can't defeat a crowd NPP defeat him.
Maxwell, me pacho koso yetio.
I saw this defeat coming, but now my name says tsunami because everything about the party, nature is a party in the opposition. And it's a Quarcoo prophecy, and we be Mahama be because everything was pointing against NPP. For example, Galamsey issue. Galamsey, every well-meaning Ghanaian be a can because
It was an existential threat to generations yet unborn. But what did they do? They took their position over our lives. Also, you to a baby and they are come with them. You two of society are even so in the seat.
Okay.
But some of us, you don't party the floating members.
Yeah.
And we know that we are better to here abide. And the I'm saying one of the serious things are authority one campaign. But they didn't say know it.
Okay. Yeah.
The next one has to do with flower haircut. For the first time, I'm around 40, so I'm not getting to this year. For the first time, Ghana pensioners Abba Street is so because I'm mentioning that one is so. Maintain big gap. May I know the sense of former Chief Justice on the Council Cafeteria.
No, not Nisika Kamu. Not Nisika Kamu. Yeah. Okay. Yo, me pacho yo. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, that's it. Pa. Yeah, call your final caller. So you call Upper East. Alaji, good morning. Upper West for Menyaninti say Alhaji Muslim afraid. Alhaji, good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Good morning. Alhaji, good morning.
Good morning, madam. What want to say?
Bacho nyami adom. Oso e?
Nyami adom ye hoye pa.
Okay, me pacho yeti o.
It's your 5 morning, madam. What want to say?
Me pacho nyami adom. Pacho ma TV volume no nko form why?
We dear, anya bone na me sume ba mo program no sume ni aji pa se mo ti me sabi ko. Yo. Sa ba form.
Me pacho ai, pacho yeti o.
Anya boni bia na me sume ba mo program so ye nyina me ma MP4 abutre so mo nya abutre na try akopim 4 years ebeba no. Na ye correction ni ye. Na nyame adoma 4 years na sambe 12 mapa MPP eyema Ghana for. Na mistake kakra ye ni say ye be kwa transfer de ye. Na next 4 years na ba na sabe 12 mapa eyema Ghana for. Na asam kakra media to end this for penny for the secretary me papa me nia penny me papa John Damani mama Mr. Noah every when she tachima up to wa kwano medina kombo medina me panacho oya kwano maya ya hu kire wa kwano so ono so firibole se oya kwano maya onya ba kwanya so dia ya medina panacho so oya kwano from tachima to wa maya ya Mr. Noah kwani dia nya ofiribole ana kwano so I want maya maya dia na tese o mbeboy wa kwano so
me pacho
me de massive
Alaji yedase ent me fa calls bia biom Papa Taylor.
Yeah, Mr. Medas Papa.
Okay. Yeah, preparation.
Yeah, preparation. In fact, as I said, that stretch of road from Wenchi to Wai, Charlie, is terrible. So I hope they will do something about it. But Mr. Unim say Methodist for Bomode, Jumediemo. Unim say we have produced the first female president of the Ghana Bar Association.
Yes.
You see?
Madam before got it.
And now, say so I better to Daniel. So you're saying the first female vice president of Ghana. And to me, say Methodist for we are doing something special. We want to also congratulate Mame Nano Pokwajima professor for helping the party to win and also becoming the very first female vice president. Me say Obe Obebua Emma Emba Eyedie Akoye. Enkwala eyedie akoye ama emba no enye gedi bi se oba eba obebua emba no tumi me kasa omo emba no nko a but oma bibi mede da ho a ebe hye chese yes se emba nso ebetumi aye enti oma yehu bibi se emba no betumi aye na oma no ntumi nko nanim enti ye da oma na sese ya to aba somdwemu na ya stress parliament the executive the judiciary, we should all work together for the development of Ghana. Ghana and here. And see, yet, na ye ma somdwe mra o ma mo ye choka ye pamocho ya to aba na wi obi a adwebre o na ya somdwe ya da se bebre
ye papa Taylor ye da se pa nya me ensure papa ne kasa Mr. Nicholas Taylor ye teacher ye trade unionist afenso ye gender and afenso youth activist ye kasa bebre afansema e wo Ghana ejidi ye pa say by weekend no Monday be do ha no ye ntin sembo ni bia ye betin sem dem kwa parliament nso sumbacho ya mukwa ya munko ne boko emfama because any na no ye na eto abama am say munko parliament enko dijuma emma Ghana for nyina. This is no other party, this is Ghana we are talking about. Yen kan lisi yen kan MPP inti da say moanya aso NDT ensema ewo ha na pawe da say nyame nkoso a ensure. This segment was probably brought to you by the Freeman Methodist Guest House located in Kumasi. Miding Eddie Miss na yedane ho abaye by the apomoding and afins insurance minute ebebrem.
Freeman Methodist Guest House Limited. It is a luxurious and comfortable guest house in the heart of Kumasi. Our guest house features a range of modern and spacious rooms, each with its private bathroom and amenities. Our guests can enjoy various on-site facilities, including a restaurant, conference halls, event center, spacious car park, CCTV cameras, lifts, generator, and many more. We are conveniently located opposite the Wesley College of Education near the Swami Roundabout in Kumasi and are easily accessible by public transportation. We look forward to welcoming you to the Freeman Methodist Guest House Limited. Contact us by telephone 050-650-8591 or 050-650-8592, or you can email us at fmghlghana@gmail.com or use our website www.fmghotelghana.com. Freeman Methodist Guest House, where serving you is our delight.
Traffic in Accra after a hard day's work? Then enjoy a short stay in the new 𝗟𝗡𝗏 Towers spacious and beautiful rooms. Our 60 suites provides a comfortable treat after a long day of exploration. Enjoy modern amenities, breathtaking views in the city of Accra's ambassadorial enclave, and the utmost comfort during your stay. The property gives you a warm reception in our main entrance foyer with a classic central chandelier lighting as you enjoy affordable sumptuous meals from our restaurant. We have in place male-female washrooms, spacious car park, and an on-site clinic. 𝗟𝗏𝗏 Towers is designed to make you feel safe, offering you the needed luxurious personal space. It comes with affordable pricing package. Please contact for details and inspection. 0503-109-978 or 0500-166-304, 0556-302-880 or 0243-614-423. 𝗟𝗏𝗏 Towers, offering you a safe, secured, luxurious space.
Once again, thank you so much for joining us on Apomoding right here on Wesleyan Television. It's proudly brought to you by the PIP-TEST Institute located in Kumasi Kuchi. Oh, addiction problem be now call PIP-TEST for how meet me about no you every mukra. And ye trying for much so and ye kasa for the effective treatment of breast cancer. In the uncle, ye nurse no why cry no baby train name about come no be Afa breast cancer.
Oba hospital doctor ebetro test investigations bebre amount. The reason why I na bebre na journey free hospital say oh ade ye me ya ana ade start me ba hospital me ba cry ye mam ye duro eno ane said koye we adofo no koye we eno na ebekire ama ye hu kokram no type awu wenya eno so na ebekire edura ye betimi ade account. Enti koye we na ya na munya ho abotre na mo aye investigations no enti obi ho betwa scan obi beye mammogram na ne kra na de be ma ye hu se asemesi de wenya cancer breast cancer type we no eno ne ye biopsy. Na biopsy ni ye ya eno no nya report in that same day ebedi be 2 weeks sisi anyame adom abodin hwehwe mu kwe ni mu into some of the diagnosis centers kra ubenya no kra before 2 weeks no pathologist bi ubenya no sa before 2 weeks no into no kra no o ma ho be na wotwe miensa eko na wotwe enaya endru hono ni ya diagnose wa edina o stage no so eno na be chere say ye be ye kimu ahyase edru a ema kokram no emma kokram ni nyini enten na ne wo ho nso etimehye no kakra na freeze na kakra chemotherapy no yetimi de ma obu also a ansa no why surgery into stage na be chere obey chemo first and obey surgery first into ni nyina mu no ye chemo first a obu ho abetoa so surgery no obu also the surgery ni dikan no atoa so abey chemo no wo wie sa niema mienu ya ye obaako a wo ho a ye friend radiation therapy eno no be kwa ye do be hye machine mu na no no so be target ye chemo eku yare na kakra yaye surgery etu yare no efri ho kakra eyi aba na efri ho enso te se pentoa apai ale no ebia na piece bi akosha konwa na se eno no yeye radiation aka ho se ebia na se bio yare na kwa kitwe bi akote bebia yenhu amfa surgery na yitu asia ana ebia kimo no so entumi entu asia radiation be ka ho yetimi edeboa nti se wutimi eyesa niema miensen one we hunentem two why your treatment effectively with these 3 therapies no nyame boa yenya you have so many years to live.
Well, we and I nurse Nancy Edima breast cancer who and Friday into Echna Saturday into Jimrena share WTV consulting room also between ya apomodinted business to be a free home with me here. Yamaba Kumi no be afawa pomodin. Yet as I say Ujimre a share apomodin right here on Wesleyan Television. It was proudly brought to you by the PIP Test Institute located in Kumasi. Yadania Waba by the insurance minutes ever to us.
Institute Ayarasabia Hotonia Sundia Shahoma Edia no wakwanchre ni adekodia poten no a epiama otokoso wa abrabomu nanso sensanom ni nubone fa basa betwa wa akwan mu a eyi wa adwene free obotaye no so wo Piptest Institute no yebetumi aboa wo ni wabusuafo a muhia mo anyina ma wogie ayemodea ye Ayarasabia sebi yebeboa wona a wato nsane nubone fantentan mu Ayaresabia ibotaye ne se ebeboa adwuma mu nimdifo asuafo ni nipa ahodo anyina ama watu anamwa edikan a edifa ahodie bebre won mpanimfo a ye ne won di dwuma no bi ne wona a wo hwa adwene mu yare afutufo ni adokotafo ni anesefo a wode won ho afri nsanom ne nubone fansem yatete saa nimdifo yi na wonimdia ne nneoma pa ebo ayarefo no na de atwam nso ne se ayaresan hyehyeye ni gina abefo hyehyemu ni USA hyehyeye a wodidi dwuma no Piptest ayarehwe ne fie die nyina ayepe yayaresan hyehyeye no gu ahodo na ebi ne medical monitored detox program residential rehabilitation yesan tumi fa ye nananom akwa ahodo so sayare na ebi nso ne group therapy 12-step AAA programs, recreational therapy, nenia ekeka ho. Oyarefo ne da akyehye ase bra ode ne nan besi biaye ho no a. Piptest Institute ya bel for ayaresabia ehwe won a wado suko won sane no bone famu. Na ani wiase afana nhyehyeye nyina nso yepe. Adampa hodo a ye wonu bi ne VIP rooms, professional rooms, standard rooms, and air-conditioned rooms. Laundry services ye free. Ahobambon sem so was stroke kama. Ye some of biaya osua de na eba no aduane sem dia uni hawkra. Ye na tru kwan wo Kumasi kochi e wa Asante Mantam Ghana. Sa wo pentremu bi anso a me pa chow Fryan wo 0245 849185 ana 0322 496188. US Fonson Fryan wo 404 735 7697. Abel Fontaine Tansu Behuni Yenwo www.marthaedu.org. Piptest Institute, the Extension Center for Integrative Therapy, home away from home.
Welcome back. Thank you so much for joining us on Insurance Minute right here on Wesleyan Television. My name is 𝗟𝗏𝗏. Insurance Minute is proudly brought to you by 𝗟𝗏𝗏𝗍 Insurance Company. Well, across all the 16 regions of Ghana, you would find 𝗟𝗏𝗏𝗍 Insurance Company. Out of that, you come to Accra and you'll find them in Usu behind the Presbyterian Church. Today on Insurance Tidbits, you are driving or you are traveling this weekend or you have an activity to attend to this weekend, please do well to drive safely and do well to take good care of yourself as well as other road users. And so look out for motorists, look out for pedestrians who are crossing. And please, if you're a pedestrian and you're walking on the shoulders of the road, please do well to walk facing the oncoming vehicle and cross at the proper side of the intersection. Wait for the vehicle to stop or wait for the traffic light to turn red before you start crossing. And while crossing, do well to watch out for other motorists as well. If you're yet to buy an insurance policy or you want to change your insurer, 𝗟𝗏𝗏𝗍 Insurance Company is there to accommodate you. All you need to do is to log on to their website info@𝗟𝗏𝗏𝗍insurance.com. Get to read about their terms and conditions that is associated with each insurance policy. Buy one for yourself, pay your premiums on time, and then you're good to go. So that when it's time for you to make claims, you will do so without any hurdle at all. Thank you so much for watching Insurance Minute right here on Wesleyan Television. My name is 𝗟𝗏𝗏𝗍. It was proudly brought to you by 𝗟𝗏𝗏𝗍 Insurance Company. Up next is our grow. Do well to enjoy.
This is Quarcoo. He's a good guy, but cannot stay away from